The modern journey was all about replicating everything the way it was in 1916 when Shackleton did it. So no GPS, no modern navigational aids, just everything the way he had it. The same boat as he had, the same clothes, no Gore-Tex. And it was very, very tough. It's the roughest ocean in the world we were trying to cross in a boat that's just not designed for it. A 22-foot rowboat with sails added on afterwards, so no keel. And what that means is a wave hits you sideways, it just capsizes you and drops you in the ocean, where the temperature is in Celsius 1 degree. You've got 8 to 10 minutes to survive in woolen clothes.
What did you crave the most?
I crave just stopping and not having to focus on staying alive the whole time, because literally, unless you're sleeping, shivering and wet, you're on deck trying to survive. And when you're on deck and the other 5 guys are below, it's up to you to keep everybody else alive.
And what are you doing when you're down below deck, shivering and trying to warm up?
You literally are lying on top of one another in an area about the size of a queen-size bed, if you can imagine that. That's the total living space for 5 men, including toilet, cooking, navigating, motivating one another. And there's no means of drying your sopping wet clothes out except your own body heat or the body heat of someone else. So you're lying in amongst one another under reindeer skins, trying to dry yourself.
Did you get on each other's nerves, or was it a good team, or like, you know, did you want to
team.
kill each other by the end of it? What?
You know, the more scary and hostile the conditions, the less problem you have with the team working well together, because there's no time to get annoyed with one another. You're so worried about surviving. I mean, bearing in mind we're in a sea with 50-foot waves, in a boat just completely dwarfed by that sea, and then you're landing on an island with rocks where that same sea is trying to dash you against the rocks, and then you've got to climb through mountains where you're falling in these deep crevasses using 100-year-old gear. There's no time to argue with one another.
And are you prepared to die when you go out on expeditions like this?
You fear physical injury and you fear dying, but you fear failure more than that. We're all driven people, and we fear failing and not living up to our own expectations. That's almost more of a fear than dying. But you'd be stupid if you went out there and you didn't consider death because of the size of the task we were taking on.